they tried their best, but did the worst. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 funniest botched art restorations. For this list, we're going over the most poorly done restorations of significant pieces of art or architecture that turned out the most unintentionally amusing. If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below.
Try a little more, just a little bit, just a little bit. Try a little more, yeah.
Number 10. Qing Dynasty Buddhist Frescoes. China's Qing Dynasty lasted for over 250 years until the early 20th century.
The Qing military was such a powerful fighting force that the other kingdoms grew desperate to come up with strategies to counteract them.
Unfortunately, some of the artwork from this period was sloppily restored in the Buddhist Yunzhe Temple in Liaoning province. The frescoes were painted over and became completely unrecognizable, with a few comparing the resultant artwork to cartoons.
However, the temple's management office failed to request approval from the provincial government. In addition, the work was done by an unqualified local company.
Some of the officials in charge were fired, and the internet response ranged from laughter to tears at the destruction of a cultural artifact. Personally, to us, it looks like something you might see drawn on a wall at a daycare center. Number 9. Ococla Castle. Ococla Castle is located in the town of Celeb on the coast of the Black Sea in Turkey. Estimated to have been roughly 2,000 years old, the castle was renovated in 2010, though many were incredulous about its new look. While it had previously looked like a crumbling ruin, the castle's new appearance boasts bright stone and features oddly shaped windows, which critics have claimed make it resemble SpongeBob SquarePants or something from the game Minecraft.
Not as long as we have our imagination.
Wow, I never thought of it that way.
We wouldn't be surprised if someone recreated the castle in Minecraft, actually, though it will take a while before it's under the sea. Number 8. St. George Statue. St. George is famed for supposedly slaying a dragon, but this restoration job pretty much slayed a statue of him.
People pointing out this is actually, and they've used the word frightening, this looks frightening. People calling this a botched attempt, people sharing it, saying it's made them laugh, reminding them of the attempt to restore the Ecce Homo fresco of Jesus Christ.
Located in St. Michael's Church in Navarre, Spain, this sculpture was restored not by a team of professionals, but rather by a local teacher.
The Guardian reported that the town's mayor said they've used plaster and the wrong kind of paint, and it's possible the original layers of paint have been lost. This is an expert job. It should have been done by experts.
The result not only has the wrong texture, but its goofy, cross-eyed face has elicited plenty of derision online. Given that the parish didn't tell the local historical organization they were going to do it, they and the teacher were both fined, and a professional team was called upon to unrestore it and make it look more like it did originally.
And then meanwhile, there's another one who's asking if perhaps the woman who restored St. George was a big fan of the Belgian cartoon character Tintin, because she feels like it actually looks a bit like Tintin.
In that close-up, it did look a bit like Tintin.
Number 7. Buddha Statue. In 1995, local workers repainted a Buddha statue in southwest China that dates back to the Song Dynasty, roughly 1,000 years ago. While they were prevented from continuing with similar attempts in the area after officials told them to stop, the damage was already done. The statue went largely unremarked on for the next 20-odd years, until 2018, when a social media post sent everyone into an uproar about its garish color scheme. Some have compared the halo around its head to a lollipop or a traffic light, rather than the dignified historical and spiritual ambiance it's meant to convey. Number 6. San Antonio de Padua Statue. Located in Soledad, Colombia, the statue of San Antonio de Padua, also known as St. Anthony, was restored in 2018 after it was decided that it needed some touch-ups. But the end result has evoked disapproval from many parishioners, as the saint now appears to be wearing lipstick, eyeshadow, and rouge, which isn't a typical look for a saint. Not only does the saint himself appear to be wearing makeup, so does the child he's holding. Given that the job was reportedly performed for a little over $300, we suppose they got what they paid for. Number 5. Virgin and Child Statues. For another 2018 restoration, we return again to Spain, where in the town of Rañadorio, an amateur restorer restored a trio of statues that depict St. Anne, the Virgin Mary, and Jesus, the Virgin Mary and Jesus by themselves, as well as St. Peter. Their previous appearances were quite muted, the result of an earlier restoration carried out in 2002, but their updated color scheme is extremely bright, as well as probably inaccurate. At least we're pretty sure Mary didn't wear bright pink robes or have green hair. Number 4. Santa Barbara Statue. Turning to Brazil, the Santa Cruz de Barra Chapel restored their statue of Santa Barbara in 2012. Done over 6 months by the Museo Histórico do Exército in Rio, the restoration removed multiple layers of paint, ostensibly to get closer to the statue's original appearance. However, as with many botched restorations, its brighter and inauthentic colors were criticized. In addition, the flat porcelain-like face and glassy eyes have drawn comparisons to a Barbie doll. While we can't know everything about St. Barbara, it's doubtful she would find her life in plastic fantastic. Number 3. Baby Jesus Head. Here are some good intentions gone awry. At the Saint-Anne-des-Pins Catholic Church in Sudbury, Ontario, Canada, a statue of the Virgin Mary and infant Jesus was repeatedly vandalized, eventually culminating in the theft of baby Christ's head. A local artist, Heather Wise, offered to create a replacement for it. However, while well-intentioned, her terracotta substitute clashed hilariously with the rest of the statue. Along with being the wrong color, Jesus' new head drew comparisons to everything from a demon to Lisa Simpson.
If anyone wants me, I'll be in my room.
Thankfully, the thief felt bad enough to return the head eventually. Number 2. The Immaculate Conception. If at first you don't succeed, sometimes you shouldn't try again. There have been 2 unsuccessful restoration attempts on the Immaculate Conception, a painting by 17th century Spanish Baroque artist Bartolomé Esteban Murillo.
Experts are now calling for a tightening of the laws covering restoration so that this, what a shame to that original piece. And where and how do these people get off going, here you go, that'll be $1,200. Hopefully you won't notice.
Both leave much to be desired, as the Virgin Mary's face is left unrecognizable in both of them, though we will grant that the first one looks slightly more like the original.
Despite 2 efforts to restore the work, the face of the Virgin Mary is now unrecognizable.
The collector who commissioned the 2020 restoration is seeking to get a 3rd restoration performed on the painting, this time by someone experienced with art. The previous restorer was experienced with restoring furniture.
The painting was reportedly cleaned by a furniture collector for about $1,300. Should have been your first sign there.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Ecce Homo. Originally painted in a church in Borja, Spain in 1930 by Elias García Martínez, this fresco, whose name means Behold the Man, depicts Jesus wearing the crown of thorns. But the artwork became famous, or maybe infamous, in 2012 after an amateur artist attempted to restore it.
You did it secretly, didn't you? No, of course not. Everybody who came into the church could see me as I was painting.
The fresco of Christ isn't particularly valuable, at least not in financial terms, but it is, or was, loved by locals.
The result of her work on Ecce Homo has been almost universally compared to a monkey, to the point where many have nicknamed it Ecce Mono, or Behold the Monkey.
A bid to restore a 19th century fresco in a Spanish church has gone horribly wrong, with Jesus transformed into what one commentator's described as something out of Planet of the Apes. The painting had been displayed in the sanctuary of Mercy Church at Borja near Zaragoza for 120 years. One churchgoer decided she'd try to renovate it.
Still, while it is often the target of laughter, the botched restoration has drawn plenty of tourism to the town where it's located. So there's that.
So how have things been for you since you painted your version of Jesus?
Oh, so good. Everyone loves a fresco like Jesus. Look at him. So handsome, like a sloth from the Ice Age movies.
Now, what do you think the town of Celeron should do with this statue of Lucille Ball?
Set it on, you fools! You must leave this statue. It looks exactly like my gorgeous Lucy. Look at her.
Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.